Greeting to everyone, I'm Dayang Mastura binti Masran, along with my co-presenters Suliani Ikma binti Amin, Muhammad Arif Nu'man, Muhammad Muizzuddin, and Nikenli Sheretli will presenting about the Local Government's Ordinance 1961. So let's get started. Ordinance can be defined as an authoritative decree or directions as well as law prescribed in governmental authority. In Sabah, the local authority were established through provisions under the Local Government's Ordinance 1961. This ordinance has started the outline and responsibility and functions of local council in Sabah, where the state ministry, the Ministry of Local Government and Housing, created for the first time after the state elections in 1961 to govern the operations of local authorities in the state. As stated in the outline 1961, the subject to the provisions of this ordinance as which is demanded or in accordance with the purpose of the local government. What can be said, this local government ordinance have to define the role of all authorities in their government. However, each authority that established under the provisions of this ordinance shall be a body corporate, having permanent jurisdictions and a common seal under which they shall be legally capable of suing. That's all for me. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Arif Nu'man bin Marudin. I will talk about one of the main provision of the local governments. So for the first provision is power to accept gifts. The power was given to the local governments in Sabah to accept gifts and donation either in the forms of monetary fund or properties from any source under Section 36 of the Local Government's Ordinance 1961. However, the gifts received must only be used for the purpose of assisting the local government in carrying out the maintenance or improving the quality of public facilities such as the public toilets, public assembly halls, and recreational parks for the benefit of the public at large. The donations must not be used for any individual purpose which does not give benefit to the people reside in the said local government. According to the record, the Sabah government has received a total of 5.85 million ringgit Malaysia from the GLCs or government-linked companies through the Sabah State Disaster Fund. Their donations had tremendously assisted the Sabah government in every way in overcoming the pandemic. Because of the provision of Section 36 of the Local Government Ordinance 1961, the local governments were entitled to accept those donations without any encumbrances. Direct donations were accepted without going through the many stages of approval at various levels. This has expedited the time consumed to upgrade the quarantine centers without a need to wait for allocations from the federal government. In short, because of the provisions, the local governments was able to act fast enough using the donations and was able to save more lives.
Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. My name is Suliani Hikmah binti Amin and I will present about the second provision of local government Sabah, which is public places and street in urban area. According to the section 38.3, which occur about the authority may create the construct, alter, repair and if necessary temporarily close road, highway, bridge, ferries, and tunnels in any urban area if such rights have been declared to be under the control of the Yang di-Pertuan Negeri. For example, in Sabah, there are several issues on the road damage where many road or highway users complain about the issue. It is because the main roads that are often used that are suffering from severe damage will be able to cause accidents to users that may involve their lives and safety. A close example that we can see is an issue that has been a hot topic among residents in Beluran, Sabah, where the damage along the road includes potholes, uneven roads, undulating or ditch road surfaces, and sedimentation. This road damage occurs as a result of the drainage system not being properly implemented or even maintained, that causing water to overflow into the road during the monsoon, causing erosion on the road surface, especially the road between Telupit and Simpang Beluran has a lot of issue with severe potholes. That's all from me, thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Muizzuddin and I'm going to present the audit of account. What is audit? Audit is basically the examination of inspection of various book of account by non-auditor followed by physical checking of inventory. Do you know, audit of account provision that exists in local government, Ordinance 2021 of Sabah, are in the Section 67 Financial Provision. The purpose of audit specified in Section 306, Treasury Instruction, Section 7, Clause 4, Audit Act 1957 and Treasury Circular No. 14/1980. The controlling officer is responsible of responding to all audit observation. Its purpose is to communicate the objective, scope, and result of an engagement. In Section 67, Clause 5, mentioned the auditor shall have power to check cash, store, and asset of authority without prior notice and to expect work under construction at any time. The ultimate goal of internal audit reporting, however, is not to describe what we discover or to make recommendation, but for improvement. The Auditor General in Article 106 of Federal Constitution and the Audit Act 1957 outline the Auditor General responsibility to audit the account of federal and state government, government agency, public authority, and other body as ordered by His Majesty the Yang di-Pertuan Agong. All the body in the ministry need to be cooperate. As in Local Government Ordinance 1961 Section 67 Clause 4, any such person who neglect or refuse to produce any such book, deeds, contract, account, voucher, document or paper, or to make or sign such declaration, it shall be liable for every neglect or refusal of a fine of 100 ringgit and to a further fine of 50 ringgit for each day during which the offence is continued after he has been convicted of such offence. Thus, the Auditor General has urged the relevant department and agency to take note in order to improve their administration. For example, Sabah State Treasury Department has set up the internal audit section back in 1981 and started to place it under the Ministry of Finance on the 1st July 2020. As due to that, there is Auditor General to inspect and conducted the audit.
Hello, my name is Nicholas Julian Rampil. Today I want to talk about fees, which is one of the financial power provisions of local governments in Sabah. Fees be defined as an amount of money being paid for a particular of work, rights, or service which allow the people use it later, and based on the financial provisions, the fees are mentioned in Local Government Ordinance 1961 to give us illustrations where the authority can impose any fees on the facility services which been allocated by them regarding with the resolution of the authority, either in hospital, police stations, fire stations, and any place that have been given charges for the people to utilize it, as long as the implementations of fees get approval from ministry or the government. Furthermore, an authority also liable to impose the fees for any license or permit that have been issued by themselves, following by the provisions of any written law, namely vehicle like cars and motorcycle license, or it can also be put in permit which the seller won't open any sales stores, as well as the fees can be implemented in parking fee system as every country exercises it. Additionally, the fees being equipment for an authority as a source of revenue to improve the administrative efficiency, especially for local government in Sabah, as well as provide a diverse of advantage to the people who live in that state. So the usage of the fees is imposed by an authority must be approved and relevant for the citizens, because if they levy it in high price, the implications will create burden to people that cannot afford to pay the service that they need or want. For example, Sandakan Municipal Council, or known as SMC, sent their document to get an approval from Ministry of Local Government and Housing regarding with implementations of parking fee system within 11 satellite towns in Sandakan starting on 1 August 2019. The parking fee system be conducted by SMC will charge 25 cents in half an hour for yellow parking space, followed by 2 ringgit at green space parking in half an hour, which that place located at in front of banks, as well as the parking fee system also deliberated about parking reserved of hotels, banks, companies, and a supermarket will be imposed 300 ringgit for those who park at the back of the building, plus front parking space for parking reserve being given levy in amount of 500 ringgit. Meanwhile, the schedules of parking system is from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. on weekdays, 8 a.m. until 1 p.m. for Saturdays, while for the public holidays and every Sundays being provided free parking for the residents. The advantages from SMC implementations in parking fee system is people will available in getting park spaces, which it also can avoid illegal car park as that conduct can be traffic jam. Ergo, we can see that the implementations of parking fee system possible to create more parking spaces for a local, which they will be more comfortable and easy to arrange in park their car. Together with, we also not to forget that SMC will ensuring some of people to not park his or her car in long duration of time, as it can give other people chance to park their vehicle at that parking places. In addition, a lot of citizens, especially for those who live at Sandakan, able to obtain a job opportunity due to the implementation of parking system, because SMC need to hire more employees in handling the parking coupon system being put at the 11 satellite towns in Sandakan. The other benefit that we can see from the implementation of fees is Sandakan Municipal Council able to deliver the quality of service to people due to the result from the collections of fees can be financial resource for SMC. Imagine that if the council not have strong financial provisions, the service provided cannot be conducted effectively and efficiently, which SMC unable to afford the constructions of infrastructure, maintenance of public facilities, including they will powerless in keeping the town clean.
As to conclude, what can be said is the Local Government Ordinance 1961 states in detail about the power given to the local government of Sabah, where the power can be utilized efficiently for the purpose of community welfare in Sabah. As example, with the provisions of function set out in the ordinance will give the Sabah local government the right to receive gift in terms of contributions of any financial or property existence. In that case, the local authorities must play an important role in carrying out their responsibilities well in order to maintain the well-being of people. So, the local authorities must have a high level of knowledge in performing each of their duties in accordance with the rules that have been set as written in the law. Lastly, what can be said, the power given to Sabah local authorities must be used in the right way to improve the economy and development of Sabah in order to enable the power used effectively and efficiently. That's all from our group. Thank you.